my theatre company work.
Lord bless our dinner and celebration, our fellowship fun and service done, and renew our Rotary dedication.
Amen.
Amen.
Roger Fellows.
We are your mother club. I did ask a question whether that meant that there are nappies or anything like that involved, but apparently not. And congratulations on you, on all the people from Shrewsbury. We've had a lovely time tonight.
I want to hear the other verse. Thank you very much. Thank you. Greetings, President John and members of the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury from the Inner Wheel Club of Shrewsbury. We're really proud to have a link with your club, and it's been a long-lasting one. We'll be 73 this year, a bit behind you, but we're catching up. We do congratulate you all on your 90th anniversary. It's great, and good wishes for many more successful years. And I know that without Inner Wheel, Rotary would still keep turning, but with us inside, it's even better. So, we hope you flourish. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And now I call upon the President of the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury.
Well, I hope you've all got full glasses, because it's going to take me at least 15 minutes. And I begin and end by saying to all who've spoken, please take our greetings back to your clubs when you go home, hopefully safely, this evening. Thank you.
And now can I invite the immediate past president of Rotary in Britain and Ireland, Rotarian Peter King, to propose the toast to the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury.
Lord Lieutenant, Mr Mayor, members of the Wheel, Rotarians and friends of Rotary, good evening. Good evening. I first of all start with an apology from Peter Davey. He's suffering very badly from his back and can hardly move, and he does send his apologies that he was unable to be with you this evening. And he sent me instead as a consolation prize. Whether it's a consolation prize you'll have to judge at the end of the evening. But the good thing about your club is you've got quite a few lawyers. Because of course it's a hard life for lawyers, did you know that? People are really unkind to lawyers. Did you know that? There was a lorry driver going through the village, and as he drove along he saw the parish priest, so he said, "Father, would you like a lift?" "Oh, that's very nice, my son, thank you very much." And he gets to the cab, goes round the corner and sees the local solicitor, very smug, with a very smart briefcase, and it annoys him so much he decides to run over him. So he drives straight at him, suddenly realised he's got a priest in the cab and thought perhaps not quite the best thing to do, so swerves and said, "I'm sorry, Father, I just missed that lawyer." "It's all right, my son," said the priest, "I got him with the door." 90 years, what a wonderful celebration that is. And actually it's not just in terms of time, it's in terms of the changes that have gone over all that time. your club has managed to weather those changes, to still be at the forefront of Rotary, to do great things. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of a joke to remind ourselves who've got grey hair of some of those changes. I thought I'd just share with you a little comment. We were born before TV, frozen food, contact lenses, videos and the pill, before credit cards, ballpoint pens, dishwashers, tumble dryers, air conditioners, and before men walked on the moon. We married first and then lived together. A Big Mac was a man-sized raincoat, and sheltered accommodation was where you waited for the bus. We never heard of word processors. A chip was a fried potato, and software was not a word. Going all the way meant staying on the double-decker bus to the terminal. Grass was mown, coke was kept in a coal shed, a joint was meat for Sunday, and rock music was a lullaby. What a lot of changes we've seen, and perhaps we haven't actually recognised. But it's a tribute to a club of 90 years that there have been those changes, that you have adapted and you've grown and developed. You started off in the inaugural meeting on the 18th of November 1925, and your charter, as you know, is the 15th of June 1926, with 38 members present. There's been a bit of ups and downs over the years, but actually still having 59 members, I think, is a tribute to this club in this day and age. You have kept going, and you have been at the centre of so many things. Of course, one member, sadly, who was 95 and would have loved to have been here for this occasion, and that's Bob Toon, your first member who was the district governor, sadly, as you know, passed away. 55 years as a Rotarian, what a wonderful thing. Of course, the disadvantage of the 90th, you don't normally have many founder members. Although I was speaking to John, he said, well, if you count me as aged 1 as a founder member, then I can be a founder member. So John, well done. At 91, at least he's keeping you under control and keeping things in perspective. So well done for that. Well done also for your community service. The Mayor is here, the Lord Lieutenant is here to celebrate, and they'll be speaking shortly about your contribution to this community, the service that Rotary does over the years. And I'm not going to wax lyrical about it, because it would take absolutely ages to say what you've done. You've been involved with youth, with Rotaract, formed in 73, and Interact in 80, with Ryler, mock interviews, Kids Out. You've been involved with the needy in Samaritans, Abbeyfield, Hope and Homes, Health Awareness, now Mary Meals. You've been helping with the homeless and with the visually impaired. You are a vibrant club, a club that is committed to serving the community, and certainly on behalf of our IBI, I thank you very much for that. Internationally, you've been involved with polio, with the hospital in India, and with the LIM also camp in India. A Chinese philosopher said, you accomplish the great tasks by a series of small acts, and your history very much reveals that. Today is a celebration. Actually, we are really, really fortunate people. We have two families. We have our own family, and we have the Rotary family. not only just our club, your club, but also I think the 7 clubs that were formed as the mother club, and of course being formed in turn by Wolverhampton. Really formed a great network of Rotarians that I hope enjoy working together and being together. We really are fortunate to be 2 families. And I think that's something that we always need to be careful about in making it clear to people about where we stand. I don't know, I've talked about lawyers. Are there any engineers here? There's usually quite a few in Rotary, I found. The optimist, the glass is half full. The pessimist, the glass is half empty. And for the engineer, the glass is twice the size it should have been. It's all a question of perspective and how you see things. It's all about vision, it's all about hope. It's all about trust, and it's all about friendship. And I thought I'd just share with you a poem, if I may, which I think summarises the gentler side of Rotary. It may be that our families have grown up and have families of their own, but as I said, we are still a family. We can still visit our kinder and our gentler side. If I had my children to raise over again, I would build self-esteem first and the house later. I would finger paint more and point the finger less. I would do less correcting and more connecting. I would take my eyes off my watch and watch with my eyes. I would care to know less and know to care more. I would do more hugging and less tugging. I would be firm less and affirm much more. I would model less about the love of power and more about the power of love. Those are really great messages that we have in Rotary, and we can put them into operation all the times in our care for our community. So can I thank you all very much for your contribution that you make to Rotary. You are a strong and vibrant club. You are a great gift to the district, and you have formed so many other clubs that also contribute to that Rotary feeling. We can do so much in the generosity of spirit and in the family of Rotary. So may I invite you please to stand so that we can toast the Club of Shrewsbury, the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Peter, for that very generous talk you've just given. I must say, 24 hours notice is all you had. And you came up with a speech that I could only ever hope to come up with myself. Thank you very much for stepping in at the last minute. I know Peter Davey was almost heartbroken when he spoke to me on the phone, saying how much he was looking forward to coming. So thank you very much indeed for stepping in and standing in space and being, if I may say so, a worthy substitute. Thank you very much again. Now it's my job to propose a toast to the guests. I think, Peter, you mentioned poetry. I've got a bit of poetry too. So, tonight I have the pleasure to all, I must confess, to give to you this toast to our visitors and our guests. The fellowship you bring tonight is something which can't compare. You know, we like to see you and glad you're always there. The harmony, the chats and jokes we have with our old and newfound friends. We wish it could last for hours, but somehow never end. But all good things come to an end, and we must go our separate ways. We hope you enjoyed yourself tonight, and return again someday. And now I ask the members of this Rotary Club to raise a glass in cheer to toast to all our visitors who've supported us this year. And the toast is the guests.
First of all, thank you very much for inviting Arona and myself to be your guests. It is actually really quite amazing, 90 years. And I think of Mr. or Councillor Bates Madison, who set this up, who was Mayor of Shrewsbury at the time. I wonder whether he had the same vision that it would be like this in 90 years' time. I hope he did, because I think you do a tremendous job. I don't merely think of it, you do actually do a tremendous job in the community, for which the community thanks you for what you're doing. And without it, I think we would struggle. And I hate to say this, we're going to call upon you more and more in the next few years. And I know that you will actually respond and help us. Thank you. And just before I propose the toast, I should remind people also 90 years ago was, of course, the birthday of Her Majesty the Queen, who probably didn't have the same vision because she did not know she was going to be the Queen. Celebrating the same birthdays. Well done, congratulations. And I seem to remember also, it was only 10 years ago when I celebrated your 80th anniversary. Only a year ago, only 10 years ago, 90 years ago, you have done so much. Thank you. And so, on behalf of the guests, I think, a toast to the Rotarians.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Now, may I call upon the President of the Rotary Club of Shrewsbury, Rotarian John Civita, to propose the closing toast.
There's no need to push me off the platform, Pat. You can take over at 1st of July. So this is the Rotary and peace the world over.
Rotary and peace the world over.
Finally to the club itself for turning out and supporting the event. Thank you all and have a safe journey home.